The Foresters might soon find themselves in need of a legal wizard to clean up the mess surrounding their lives. I mean, their only lawyer has now turned against them, so they'll need to defend themselves, right? The burning question is, who could possibly step in to take on the powerhouse duo of Carter and Hope? Would it be someone familiar like Justin, or should the show spice things up with a completely new face? Let's dive into the possibilities, weigh the options, and try to have fun in the process, alright? Let's start with Justin. Remember when he had the short stint at Forrester Creations right after he screwed up and was fired by Bill? Sure, it was unexpected, but it showed he could easily pivot into their orbit. Imagine him back in the courtroom going toe-to-toe with Carter. That dynamic would be pure gold. Carter might have charm and wit on his side, but Justin's no pushover. The man practically breathes fire when he's on a case. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Carter's terrific, but I also think he stands no chance in front of Justin. Plus, there's something thrilling about the idea of Justin being brought back into the fold, especially if Bill's somehow tied into this. Could Bill have a role in steering Justin back to the drama? Maybe for Luna's sake, or something even juicier. That would make for some explosive twists. Now what about Jack Finnegan? He's been somewhat of a wild card. Bringing him back into the mix could shake things up in ways we haven't seen before. But let's be real, having him as the Forrester's lawyer might complicate things given his ties to Finn, and by extension, Steffi. It's a tangled web that could blur professional lines, but isn't that what soap operas thrive on? Jack could bring a level of sophistication and experience that's hard to match. Even if he's doing another show, the writers could always recast the role, opening the door for some fresh drama. I think it would be great to bring back Jack, especially since Finn really needs some mentoring. He's become an despicable man, and although he doesn't want anything to do with his father, maybe this court battle will make him realize that he's not as a saint as he thinks he is. I mean, it all started with the misunderstanding that he fueled. Only if he'd asked Steffi to hear Hope's side, given her the benefit of the doubt, perhaps this would have never happened. However, some fans are clamoring for new blood altogether. Maybe a brand new character with zero ties to the Foresters or any other major players. This could be the perfect chance for the writers to inject fresh energy into the show. Imagine a ruthless, high-powered attorney with a no-nonsense attitude swooping in to handle business with unmatched precision. Someone with no emotional baggage tied to the Foresters or the Spencers, just pure legal prowess. If we're looking outside the box, let's not forget about iconic lawyers from other soap operas. Imagine if someone like Alexis Davis from General Hospital crossed over to Los Angeles. Her sharp wit and no-nonsense attitude would make her a formidable addition to the Bold and the Beautiful universe. Or even Nora Haynen from One Life to Live, a seasoned attorney with a knack for navigating sticky situations. Such a crossover would be a dream for soap fans, adding layers of intrigue while staying true to the over-the-top drama we love. Then again, why not bring in Justin and let him expose some of Thomas's skeletons while he's at it? He's got the charisma, the history, and enough of a grudge to make things fiery. Plus, Justin going head-to-head with Carter in court would be the battle of the decade. Throw Hope into the mix and you've got a storyline that practically writes itself. And hey, if he's working for Bill, maybe there's a subplot about keeping Luna in check, which could give Bill yet another excuse to meddle in everyone's business. Of course, casting a lawyer with no family ties is another route. Imagine a character completely detached from all the drama, who isn't afraid to call out everyone's nonsense. This could be the grounding influence the Forrester desperately need, or, knowing the show, the very person who ends up causing even more chaos. Maybe a morally ambiguous lawyer who plays both sides? Now that would keep us glued to our screens. In the end, whether it's Justin, Jack, or a new face altogether, this decision is about more than just courtroom drama. It's about adding spice to the already tangled web of relationships, secrets, and rivalries. And let's face it, who doesn't want to see Carter finally meet his match? It's time for the Forsters to lawyer up, and whoever steps into that role better be ready for the ride of their lives. Now that we're done with that, there is something more I want to talk about. Can we take a moment to reflect that B&B has become a joke? The most these writers can handle at once is two characters, and now that Hope and Steffi have taken center stage with some other characters in the background, I see no other characters on the show at all. We have to give it to YNR in this regard. They know how to use characters, at least, but B&B's lacking. First, can we talk about how sporadic Liam's appearances have become? For years, he was practically the face of the show, yet, now, he fills in and out like a side character in his own story. The love triangles that once defined him are barely a shadow, and fans are left wondering if this connection to the ongoing drama even matters anymore. With Ivy Forster back on screen, you'd think it would create some prime material for Liam, but nope, he's MIA. RJ is another mystery. For someone carrying both Forster and Logan bloodlines, you'd expect him to be in the thick of things, especially with Hope's firing and Steffi's reign over the company. Yet he's conveniently missing from some of the juiciest corporate showdowns. And poor Zende, his on-screen moments feel more like cameos than a recurring character arc. While he appeared recently to voice frustrations about family dynamics at Forrester Creations, his absence for weeks at a time dilutes any momentum his storyline might gain. And let's address the elephant in the room, Sheila. For someone who's typically central to explosive drama, her reduced screen time is baffling. Sure, the writers occasionally bring her back for a twist, but it's nowhere near the level of chaos we know she's capable of causing. You can't just say a career criminal is now redeemed and just not show her at all. It's not just about who's missing, but how the show leans heavily on a select few. Hope and Steffi seem to dominate every episode. While they're compelling in their own right, centering the entire narrative on their clashes feels repetitive. It's starting to feel like a return of Brooke versus Taylor, but without the layer of complexity those earlier rivalries brought. Finn, too, is a victim of this imbalance. In the past month, his screen time was shockingly limited, his only significant contribution being commentary on Hope's laundry mishap. Looking back, the show had a wider array of stories running simultaneously. Now it feels like the writers can only judge a handful of characters at once. Fans are noticing and the complaints are piling up. They want fresh rivalries, new storylines, and better utilization of the ensemble cast. The talent is there, it just needs a chance to shine. Cutting back on repetitive triangles and investing in diverse arcs might just bring back the magic. Whether it's reviving dormant characters like Lee or giving depth to returning ones like Ivy, the potential for richer storytelling is endless. The show needs to find its balance again, and not just between characters, but also in how they are woven into the central narrative. Let's just hope the writers are listening. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you guys soon in the next video. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Until next time, take care.